Book 7 of the Corpus Hermeticum, Hermes Trismegistus, perhaps one of the most essential texts out there. Let's dive in.
Book 7. The greatest evil in mankind is ignorance concerning God. Where are you heading in your drunkenness, you people? Have you swallowed the doctrine of ignorance undiluted, vomiting it up already because you cannot hold it? Stop and sober yourselves up. Look up with the eyes of the heart, if not all of you, at least those of you who have the power. The vice of ignorance floods the whole earth and utterly destroys the soul shut up in the body, preventing it from anchoring in the heavens of deliverance. Surely you will not sink in this great flood. Those of you who can will take the ebb and gain the heaven of deliverance and anchor there. Then seek a guide to take you by the hand and lead you to the portals of knowledge. There,
Understanding is the greatness of soul. He who understands is conscious, devoted, and already godlike. Hermes Trismegistus. My friends, he also goes into ignorance and this evil in chapter 10. The key, we're going to jump over there in a second here, but understanding, seeing through a lens of understanding is what allows you to see things fully and clearly, to be seen. Furthermore, it's the only way to actually love something or respect something, to understand, to see. And furthermore, if we live on earth from a minute view, from an ignorant perspective, where we do not contemplate the end, where we're going to be ruled by our lowest nature, by the nature that's going to be pleasured and entertained in this moment, in this minute, today. We're not going to be ruled by the truth of ourselves, nor the purpose of life. So let's continue.
shines the light cleansed of darkness. There no one is drunk. All are sober and gaze with the heart toward one who wishes to be seen, who is neither heard nor spoken of, who is seen not with the eyes but with mind and heart. But first you must rip off the tunic that you wear, the garment of ignorance, the foundation of vice, the bonds of corruption, the dark cage, the living death, the sentient corpse, the portable tomb, the resident.
You see how Hermes regards ignorance here. The garments of darkness, my friends, the garments of ignorance. When you cannot understand something, you are, I guess you are almost enslaved to it. And lack of understanding creates fear. It creates room for vice to enter. Vice wouldn't even be a thing if we all had gnosis, or knowledge of the spiritual happenings and higher worlds.
The one who hates through what he loves and envies through what he hates. Such is the odious tunic you have put on. It strangles you and drags you down with it, so that you will not hate its viciousness, not look up and see the fair vision of truth and the good that lies within, not understand the plot that it is plotted against you when it made insensible the organs of sense, made them inapparent and unrecognized for what they are, blocked up with a great load of matter and jammed full of loathsome pleasure, that you do not hear what you must hear, nor observe what you must observe.
Wow, Hermes Trismegistus, greatest sage of all time, be laying it down in the Corpus Hermeticum. Check out Book 10. I love this book.
Lesser
This
thing,
is the key.
other than him alone who receives nothing, but wills all things to be. I will not say who makes, for much of the time one who makes, but God the Father is the good in that he wills all things to be, because of it. For being recognized is characteristic of the good. This is the good tat. You have filled us with a vision, Father, which fiery, dazzles the eyes with light and makes them shut. On the contrary, it illuminates to the extent that one capable of receiving the influence of intellectual splendor can receive it. It probes more sharply, but it does no harm, and it is full of all immortality. Those able to drink somewhat more deeply of the vision often fall asleep, moving out of the body towards a sight most fair. Just
Vision is the key, my friends. And vision comes from understanding, upright view.
as it happened to Oranos and Kronos, our ancestors. to open our mind's eyes and look on the incorruptible, incomprehensible beauty of that good. In the moment when you have nothing to say about it, you will see it, for the knowledge of it is divine silence and suppression of all the senses. One who has understood it can understand nothing else, nor can one who has looked.
My friends, we are in a war, essentially, between the spirit and the flesh. And the flesh part of us, the lowest nature of us, is equipped with the 5 physical senses and sensation. There's a huge difference between sensation and understanding. Of the understanding is of the soul, is of the mind, and sensation is of the flesh, right? When we can overcome the 5 physical senses through breath work, through, I guess, breath work, really, essentially, and entering the silence, like entering the void, the state of non-being, right? We can grasp and receive and see higher things.
On it, look on anything else, or hear anything else, nor can he move his body in any way. He stays still, all bodily senses and motions forgotten. Having illuminated all his mind, this beauty kindles his soul, and by means of body draws it upward, and beauty changes his whole person into essence. For when soul has looked on the beauty of the good, my child, it cannot be deified while in a human body. Deification, Father, what do you mean? The changes that belong to any separated soul, my son. What do you mean by separated? In the general discourses, did you not hear that all the souls whirled about in all the cosmos, portioned out as it were, come from the one soul of the all? Many are the changes of these souls then.
When he means separated, he means separating the subtle from the gross, the fire from the earth, the spirit from the flesh. To separate, right? We'll go deeper into this later. That was, that was the first video on the Corpus Hermeticum. This is Immortal Truth, the truth that was, that is, and that will be. Diving into some Hermeticism, the Corpus Hermeticum, unlocked. Hell yeah, hit that like and share button. We out here.